Oracle, I'm heading underground. Below the surface, Gotham's a maze of old steel and ironwork. My signal may get weak. Try and stay locked on.
Rerouting additional satellite coverage now. Good luck, Bruce.
Good evening, citizens. Welcome back to Batman Arkham City. Last time, we tracked a ninja's radio signal all the way across Arkham City, and we found ourselves back in the Industrial District, where, well, we went down in the sewers because, of course, every game needs a good old sewer level. And this one, well, this one's no exception. Regardless, seems like we're not the first ones down here. Considering we're in the Industrial District, it only makes sense that maybe Joker's thugs got here first. And we can tell by the chattering joke teeth he's left scattered around, they put in a little bit of work. We'll grab some trophies on the way down and put our new toy, the line launcher, to work as we head across this gap to get this trophy.
Man, I thought it was bad up there. Down here, I'm not just cold. I'm wet, and I smell like I've been standing in something Croc left behind.
Do you ever stop complaining?
Shout out to both of you. We got a job to do. Penguin's crew are on the run. Joker wants us to off any of them we find.
I thought he was offering them jobs.
He said it's up to us. Personally, I don't like those jerks, so I say we put a bullet in their heads.
Fine with me.
Before we go down and teach them a lesson, there's actually a little hidden hidey hole here. And that seems to belong to one Killer Croc. And on the bed, we actually have his shock collar from Arkham Asylum. He must have figured out how to remove it. But as soon as I head down, it's actually a good time to take care of another Riddler physical challenge. Basically, with the remote electrical charge, anytime you run into one of these armored thugs, you can actually shoot them with it, and it'll send them flying backwards a bit. You know, kind of as compared to whenever you hit someone normally with it, they just kind of swing around. This one, you can actually blow the thugs into somebody behind them. It's a little bit finicky. It's not exactly a, what's the word? Precise science. But give it enough time and a big enough group, and you'll hit the right person sooner or later.
Joker's got his crew moving through the sewers, hunting down what's left of Penguin's thugs.
There is another explodable wall here, but this one is, not safe. It's another one of these rooms, where if you come in here unprepared, you will die.
This is not going to be easy, Dark Knight.
Basically what'll happen is if you stand on top of that pressure plate and look behind you, there will be a, Riddler pressure plate that you can throw a batarang at. And once the batarang activates the room, the gate will close and then hot steam will start blowing out of the sides of the room. If you don't have a way of stopping the steam, you're going to have a bad time. But I'm going to go ahead and grab another upgrade here. What I'm looking for is a gadget upgrade, which I just don't have unlocked yet. So instead, we'll upgrade Catwoman. You actually won't see the special combo Whiplash for some time yet, but it's nice to have whenever we get back to it. Something neat you can do with the line launcher in this game is you can actually change your direction mid-launch. And the game requires you to do it here, but yeah. Batman defies physics, makes a loop in midair, and yeah, so that's a thing. It's not really it's not a hard mechanic. The game will slow down when you start aiming for your next line launch, but it's just something nice to be able to do.
Listen up. The last of the Penguin's crews will hold up somewhere up ahead. Joker wants him found.
Do we kill him?
Up to us.
I say we kill him. Half of Penguin's crews were mercs. Never trust a merc.
Like I say, it's up to us. We'll see what happens when we catch him.
So this combat room can actually be a bit dangerous. It's the first time you're going to run into thugs who will actually go to the gun boxes you find on the sides of the room and try to open them up. I believe there was actually a room with the, when we were destroying the Penguin's jammers up on that rooftop. That was one of them, but this time the boxes are far enough away from each other that it's pretty easy to get screwed up if you don't do it right. But since this thug here on the right was so nice to pick up that fire extinguisher, there's another challenge done. You can either do that with the you can do it with the explosive canisters or with a fire extinguisher. If you do it with a fire extinguisher, it causes a smoke pellet-like cloud of smoke. It's pretty neat.
This is all I know. Don't hurt me.
Of course not.
And so with all that out of the way, we find ourselves back in the sewer tunnels where we took out the jammer to start with.
Protocol 10 will commence in 5 hours.
So something I definitely screwed up on is I had been saving all those I'd been saving that level up for something in particular, and I totally forgot where you actually pick it up at, you know, where it becomes available. It just did, but I don't have the level up available anymore. We're pretty close by to that first Riddler challenge room, the one with the electrified floors that would kill you if you didn't come in prepared. And well, I don't have enough points to get the upgrade right now, which is really disappointing. But I am going to spend a bit of time searching around this area, picking up some trophies, just because, I mean, it's convenient. I'd like to get out of the way now. And actually, there are just enough trophies in this area. There's this one here, just, you know, requires hacking. You know, if it wasn't this, it'd just be sitting on top of a ledge somewhere, because the Riddler's very inconsistent with the difficulty of his challenges. Knocking out the Joker teeth is going to get us some points as well. And it's right about here that I realize I screwed myself. But I should be able to get this challenge as well. And this one, I actually forgot which one this was. I thought this required the line launcher, but I was totally wrong. This one just requires you to be able to use your remote batarangs pretty effectively. And this is about where I realized that. So something neat I actually figured out in the middle of doing this challenge is you'd figure I've played this game, you know, a good couple times, but this entire time I thought you had to hit the button at the bottom of the Riddler thing. You don't. You can hit the question marks anywhere, and it'll count as breaking it. So that's yeah, because you know I missed that one somehow. That was irritating. And it pretty much causes me to miss out on this trophy the first time I do it. But, yeah. Missed it by that much. But, we'll go on, do it a second time. And, I think this is where I decided to try it. Just see if hitting it anywhere works. And it does, which would make my life a lot easier. So I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Probably. I'm thinking maybe the reason I'd been doing doing little buttons at the bottom for so long is just because every time you do one of the quickfire ones, it looks like Batman's doing it looks like he's throwing it at the bottom panel, so maybe that's why I keep doing it. Anyway, yeah. So I'm a little bit disappointed in myself at this point for screwing that up, and I look around briefly to see if I can spot any other trophies that are close by, but there's nothing really around for me to get. Except for, there is one more inside one of these railway cars, I believe it is, but I totally forget about that one. Yeah, in fact, I just passed by it there on the roof, and I didn't see it when I was actually playing through, but it was hanging off the roof of that subway car that I was just inside. But there is another one right through here. If I turn around right quick, open this up, we'll find a trophy right here. And it's still not enough to get me the thing I want. So, one more for the road. If you will need the cryptographic range amplifier for this one, but hack that panel, the cage will open, and then you can just use the back claw to drag down that trophy and you'll be good to go. And this pushed me over to the next level. Much like in the Iceberg Lounge, there is a trophy down there that you can't get with the back claw, so it just requires a bit more work and something I'll get a bit later. But yeah, now we get the line launcher tightrope. In the middle of doing a line launcher point A to point B sprint, if you press the right bumper, you will stand on top of it. It gives you a couple different things. You can use a couple different gadgets while you're on top of the tightrope. I believe, no, I was going to say there was a kind of, there was one sort of takedown you could do from it, but that's only when you're launching on the tightrope itself. Still don't see that trophy. But yeah, you can use batarangs, you can use the remote electrical charge that's actually required for a different trophy, but I'll get there eventually.
What starts with a tick and ends with a shock.
So yeah, normally as soon as you hack this panel, the electric floor activates, and then you're in for a bad time. But, well, hey, you know, if I don't have to stand on the floor, then it's not going to be that big of an issue.
The Dark Knight Detective fails to complete my challenge.
Now, I have tried tanking this before, and it just doesn't work. Even if you have all of the upgrades for health, I'm fairly sure, I'm maybe about 90% positive that you can't survive this if you are not, well, cheating.
That's cheating, though I am hardly surprised. I knew this was too difficult for you to complete.
I guess this is kind of one of those situations where I sit here and wonder if... I mean, if that's cheating, then what's the, I still don't know it's the trophy. If that's cheating, what is the, how are you actually intended to solve that challenge? Maybe you're supposed to deactivate the electric panels beforehand? No, it's probably cheating too. I don't know. Riddler just isn't fighting fair. Anyway. That's it for this part of the sewers, and let's, time to move into Old Gotham.
Are you alright? Did something happen? All the readings from your suit just went red.
Just give me a minute. I'll be alright.
No, you won't. Hurry! You're running out of time.
And this right here is why I used one of the upgrades on picking up that combo, well, combat armor. Because at certain points here, you will lose about 25% of your health permanently.
To kick Penguin's ass. But how come we've got him? Ain't this place supposed to be a prison?
You ask a lot of questions, boy. You sure you're on the right side?
What are you saying? Joker's my man, you know that. Been in his crew for years.
So stop asking questions. You know Jay don't like questions.
Okay, sorry. Just seems weird, that's all. You guys know what this place is? I never heard of no old Gotham before.
I guess you never went to school, did you?
What happened? Too busy wetting your bed to learn something?
If you bothered learning something, you would know that what we call Gotham is actually built on top of the old city.
What old city?
Old Gotham. It was some kind of fair, hundreds of years ago, maybe more. Something happened and bits were demolished. A new city was built on top of it.
You learn something every day, don't you?
So with that educational lesson out of the way, let's, well, school's out. It's probably the best way to take them out like that, because there are, well, some of those thugs were armed, and taking on the guns head-on is not usually a good key to success.
Oracle. It looks like Joker is sending his crew down to steal weapons off the Tiger Guards.
That's not good. Those guys are armed with the latest military weapons. If Joker gets his hands on that stuff, well, you know.
He won't. I won't let him.
have another Predator challenge just inside here.
Please don't hurt me.
Someone in this room is using a signal jammer. I'll need to neutralize him so that I can scan the room for targets.
I don't know what's going on.
So here's a new wrinkle. You'll notice there's a thug right there with what appears to be a fancy backpack, kind of like the one we saw in the museum. And that is jamming our detective vision. Now, if you shoot him with the remote electrical charge, that will actually disable the backpack for a brief amount of time, which is pretty handy.
Stop yapping and get moving.
It's actually 2 birds with 1 stone, since that's a challenge to deactivate the electrical pack, and also a challenge to surprise somebody by making a guy fire the weapon nearby him.
Cover me while I fix this jammer.
It does take a little bit of time to fix the jammer. He'll take it off, you know, fix around with it a little bit, and then he'll have it up and ready to go.
I really hope you won't let me down here, boys. But if you do, I won't be cross. I'll be dead. And Harley will be really, really upset. And seriously, you don't want to see that.
The guys with the interference backpacks are usually enough of a pain that I try to take them down first. Still, at this point, I'm going to try getting a little bit fancy. And I'm going to, well, I'll pay for it. Like I mentioned before, something I haven't taken yet is I haven't gotten any ballistic armor upgrades, so essentially I'm functioning constantly at 25% health or so, as far as healthiness goes.
Where the hell did he go?
There's a lot of wooden walls and grates down here to make use of if you're feeling creative.
Do
what Joker said. Over here! Now! I found someone!
There's also a riddle right there in the middle, the giant globe.
Wake up! Do you hear me? Wake up!
And this is where everything goes wrong. I don't know how I got spotted there, but it is not going to end well.
I figured you'd have a little more fight in you. Guess I figured wrong.
So yeah, that was a thing that happened. Yeah, I'm not too sure why popping out of that grate screwed me up, but it did.
Joker. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Does it look like I care what you want? What?
So something important to mention is that those things I did earlier with the remote electrical charge, you know, scaring the guy and deactivating the backpack, didn't count. So I'll have to do those again. This guy turns around at the wrong time, so I get a little bit, smoke bomb didn't go off right, couldn't take him down. It's, yeah, it definitely looks like it's going the same way now, isn't it? But don't worry, I actually get it this time. Using the disruptor here is actually a pretty good idea because it does give you a chance to do a different challenge. I still want to save the Riddler Thug for last. I'm not actually sure if I do. I might. But there's another challenge for the disruptor, deactivating somebody's gun and then making them use it. Or at least try to use it. It ends about as well as you'd expect. The gun's disabled, nothing's gonna work. So yeah, that's about the time when I pick up that trophy I realize what's happened. Everything kind of got reset.
Oh, one man down. It's looking like a rerun of last time.
Do what Joker said! Got another one down over here! This is no good. He won't wake up.
I don't want to get too close to him, because if I do, then they'll start looking inside the grates that I'm currently in, and, well, they'll maybe throw a grenade at me or something equally, unpleasant.
What's wrong? Too scared to show yourself?
What I really want to do is try and take out the, I want to take out the guys with the disabled guns last, just because, well, they're not a threat. And because he was here, yeah, it's convenient. I mean, it was target of opportunity. I can't not do it.
He's disappeared! Where the hell's he gone?
At this point, one thug's out of the picture, the other one has a disabled gun, so I just need to take out this one. If I moved a little faster, I could have just met him in the corner there, but instead I'll wait until he comes around this corner. Corner takedowns still work, and, yeah.
You're my hostage.
One of Joker's men is using that doctor as a hostage. I need to save her without her captor seeing me.
That hostage, actually isn't too much of a threat, since the guy doesn't have a working gun. Even if he does see us coming, well, he's not going to be able to do anything about it, and he's not going to be able to kill his hostage. So, let's go say hi.
Someone's living in there. You. Hello? Henchmen? Can you hear me? Where are my guns? They are very important in my plan to... Oh, are you still down there? Pity.
Hello? Can you hear?
Hold tight.
Thank you.
What are you doing in Arkham City?
I'm in Arkham City? What the hell am I doing here? I was grabbed outside the hospital I intern at. They drugged me, and I woke up in a building, up there.
The person in charge here has been rounding up doctors to try to fix Joker. Looks like you were unlucky.
He's dying, right?
It seems that way.
Is it wrong not to feel bad about that? What now?
You need to stay here. Keep out of sight, and you'll be fine. I'll be back.
Don't know if you noticed here, but Batman's not looking too hot.
It's me. Joker's not stealing the weapons from Strange. Strange is giving Joker the weapons.
Are you sure? Of course you're sure. Why would he do that?
Maybe he's trying to control who runs the streets. I'm going to look into it.
Okay, but shouldn't you find Raish first?
I'm doing that now. Don't worry, Barbara.
There are a couple things to find around here. A couple riddles, couple trophies. Most of which I managed to completely miss. But I do pick up a few. What I'm actually looking for is trying to get back to that doctor, just because she has a bit of a unique conversation. She's actually noticed patients coming in to the hospital with weird symptoms, kind of like the ones the Joker's having.
Just before my shift ended back at GC, we had a patient arrive with the same symptoms as Joker. Come to think of it, you don't look too great yourself.
As I was mentioning, you know, Batman's got all the veins all across his face. You can definitely tell something's wrong. And the camera has been a little bit janky ever since we entered the sewers, ever since we got hit by that first bout of sickness. As you're going through, the camera will tilt more and more. But, we're pretty close to the finish line, so let's keep on going.
This world is doomed. Cities like Gotham will grow to resemble hell breaking through the sidewalk, continuing up into the sky. Structures will grow to blot out the sun, and the people who live in them will be choked by the pollution they create. Eventually, when no space remains, this world will die, struggling for breath as man's mistakes Gotham.
They're everywhere.
There is a better way. Behind this wall is mankind's chance for survival. A glimpse at a future based on an amazing discovery. A discovery that will allow Gotham to rise like Lazarus, becoming a beacon of hope for this world. Are you intrigued? Then step closer. Witness the future of Gotham City. The heart of Gotham's future beats in Lazarus technology. The power of Lazarus is pulsing. Every home providing clean, safe energy. Mechanical guardians will serve you, watch over you, and where necessary, protect you from the worst of mankind's sins. But most importantly, our beautiful world will survive. Ladies and gentlemen, allow us to present to you the future. Wonder City.
I actually didn't time that at all. That kind of worked out really coincidentally. The timing of the announcement and everything else. So there is a new enemy type, as you may have noticed. We got attacked by ninjas. Some of Talia al Ghul's or Ra's al Ghul's personal guard, and they are pretty dangerous. They have built-in swords. They don't drop them, much like the knives. And instead of just doing a 3-slash combo, they do a 4-slash combo. Some of those come out pretty damn fast. And I'm actually kind of surprised that I managed not to get hit at all. But no, obviously it's because I'm a professional. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, yeah, so the ninjas will be an enemy for a decent amount of time here. But luckily it's nothing too strict to deal with.
The tracker's signal continues beyond this door, but the door looks like it's been sealed for decades. The assassins must be using another way to get through. These must be the famous mechanical guardians of Wonder City. It looks like their inner workings were very advanced. I'm detecting a kind of memory tape they used, almost a primitive video. Perhaps I can scan and analyze it. The data is incomplete. This is way ahead of the technology that should have been available back then. It looks like the data is stored in a shared memory pool. Maybe I can retrieve the information from the other Guardians down here.
If you're wondering what I just pulled off, that's actually the Riddler destroyable object in this area, kind of like the Joker teeth and everything else. But basically, and if you're wondering why these robots are showing up with, skeletons in detective mode, it's probably to help you track these things down. Which would make sense, they'd be kind of hard to find otherwise. There's a panel here, I'll come back to this one. I don't actually know where it is right now, where it goes right now, so I'm just kind of screwing around. But yeah, so there are the mechanical guardians around the area, and each one of them has a piece of the missing video data we need. And of course, some of them are being guarded by ninjas who will get their shit kicked in. Guess I'm Batman. Case in point. The ninjas can be a very unpleasant surprise here if you're not ready for them, and well, even if you are, they can kind of catch you off guard with how fast some of their attacks can come out. They also have this a chance to, if you're just attacking them straight on, they've got a pretty good chance of actually dodging your moves. It doesn't break a combo meter if you immediately follow up, but if you're not ready for it, it can definitely throw off your rhythm. Ooh, that's, I think she's dead. But yeah, here's where I actually notice, oh, here's where the rest of the, oh yeah, here's the rest of the things. So all you have to do is cruise from that first room to this corner and over to the other side. And of course the line launcher makes it very, very simple with its ability to keep you from putting your feet on the ground. The only thing is getting your timing right, which, well, it can be a little difficult with the line launcher because you've got some leftover forward momentum for whenever you land. So if you're not, if you don't time it right whenever you're getting off the line launcher, you'll screw it up. But what you can do, if you have the wire walk unlocked, is you can just stand right over it and then just jump off on it. If the wall wasn't there, I might have actually jumped too far, but luckily the wall was there. I'm not too sure why those handholds are there. They don't really go anywhere. Maybe it's just there to feel neat, I guess? I don't know. Something worth noting is that although Batman and Catwoman have pretty much the same access to all the different areas, Catwoman actually has no way of getting over this far. There is no way for her to get into the ruins of old Gotham because she doesn't have any way to get across that big gap between the sewers and the old Gotham area because she doesn't have the line launcher and there's no ceiling to crawl across or anything like that. So those handholds definitely aren't for her. I'm not really sure why they're here. You know, normally they only have that appear somewhere if you use it.
The assembled surveillance footage shows me where the assassin went. She must have been using a secret entrance. I need to find it.
If we make our way into this event, we'll find ourselves in the room with the Riddler pad again, and we'll pretty much be right outside where the surveillance video is leading us to.
It looks like a sword fits here.
Oh, and I hope you're ready to counter.
Protocol 10 will commence in 4 hours.
That's another one of those neat little, you know, mid cutscene sort of, what's the word? Counters. I kind of like them, but if you're not expecting them, they can hurt. So, this sort of trophy is a little bit tricky. What you have to do is, well, this is one way to do it. I start out where the actual trophy is, and then I just navigate the remote control batarang back through the vent here. And the question mark panel is right here on the bottom. On that wall right to the right. It does give you about 10 seconds to get here, so I want to say it's possible to do it a different way, but this is what works for me. There is another trophy down here behind a Riddler proximity mine, which, well, there's nothing I can do to get that one just yet, so I'll mark it down for later. But, I think we're pretty close to the goal here, only about 50 meters away.
You can hear me, can't you? You need to step into the light. Your father and I are waiting. We missed you so much. You have to do it. We need you to do it, Bruce.
Bruce! Bruce! Can you hear me? Your vitals, they're dropping. It's like they're in free fall. You need to find whatever you're looking for now.
How long have I got?
Oh, thank God. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. At this rate, I'd say minutes. Seriously, Bruce, you need to tell me what you want me to do. What do I get Robin to do? You know, if you don't...
I'll make it.
And so we find ourselves faced with the possible death of Batman. Luckily the game doesn't leave you in suspense for too long, but when you get down to that last 25% of health, it's definitely something that has you a little bit worried, not to mention you're not very mobile. Still, there's a pretty decent chunk of exposition coming up for which I'll be quiet, and actually after that I'll see you in the next video when we finally find what exactly it is we've been looking for here in the Chamber of the Demon.
You should have listened to my warning. There are no friends to save you down here. Stop!
Hello, Talia.
How did you find us?
I recognized your personal guard. It was just a matter of following her.
Please, mistress, he tricked me.
Leave! I will deal with you later. You didn't need to get yourself arrested to see me, Bruce. After that night we spent in Metropolis. You could have just called.
I'm not here for you. Where's Raish? If he's dead again, I need you to wake him up.
Only a true successor may stand before the great Raish Al Ghul. My father always intended us to be together, to command his army. Just imagine it. You, me, a better world. Your face! What happened?
I'm here to take my place at your side.
You wish to become an assassin. Why should I trust this change of heart?
You saw my face. Does it look like I have a choice?
Are you prepared to take the demon trials? You must show you are willing to take a life to save the world.
I'm ready.
Then let the trials commence. Thousands of warriors have fallen in pursuit of the demon. Would-be successors have proven to be nothing more than children battling the enormity of creation.
I've seen worse.
Nothing can prepare you for what comes next. Destiny will decide your fate.
I won't fail.
I have heard these words 100 times. Let us hope you are correct. Your journey begins through this door.
Let's get started.
Are you sure, Bruce? Only one man has passed this ordeal.
Are you trying to talk me out of this?
Of course not. I just want you to be certain. When the blood of the demon takes hold, you will be on your own.
Like always.
Then may the spirits be kind.
Good evening, Mr. Cobblepot. I trust you received the second delivery?
Yeah, I did. I don't know what you did to those dribbling monkeys, Strange, but they were perfect.
I'm glad. It appears that we can both help each other.
If you say so. I suppose it doesn't hurt that by the time I'm done with them, they're usually in too many pieces for anyone to know what you're really getting up to in those rooms of yours.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Of course not. So, Hugo. The clown. Is he really dying?
It appears so. Self-inflicted, of course, but yes, he is. He has Mr. Freeze working on a potential cure, but I am sure neither of us want him to get his hands on it, do we?